Hi there, this is Raju. Welcome to my channel, that is Java Tutorials World. In this video, I will explain about how to generate Java documentation by using JavaDoc tool, which is part of JDK. In my previous tutorial, I explained about what are all the different types of Java comments and how to write Java comments. You can refer that for more information. Now let's start with what is JavaDoc. JavaDoc tool parses the declarations and documentation comments from Java source files and produces HTML files out of that source files. Now let me show you how to generate Java documentation by using this JavaDoc tool. In my previous tutorial, I have used a source file to demonstrate about Java comments. I am using the same source file to generate this Java documentation also. Now let me open the same source file. Yeah, this is the source file. Actually, if you see this source file, I have placed this Java doc comments before my class, and even I placed this Java doc comments before my constructor and before my method also. Java documentation comments were categorized based on where it was placed. Java documentation comment which was placed before a class or interface is called as class level or interface level Java documentation comments. Java documentation comment which was placed before a constructor is called as constructor level Java documentation comment. Java documentation comment which was placed before a method is called as method level Java documentation comments. And even we can place this Java doc comments before a variable also, which will be called as field level Java doc comments. Let me write a variable to demonstrate that. Public string type of calculator. This is one variable. Even we can place a JavaDoc comment before this. This will be called as field level JavaDoc comment. This variable will indicate type of calculator. Like this, we can write field level JavaDoc comments also. And in Java, you can write multiple variables in single statement like this. But this whole statement will have only one single JavaDoc comment. Suppose if you want to write two different JavaDoc comments for these two different variables, you have to write these two variables in two different statements like this. Public string version, and you can write separate comment for this statement. This variable will indicate version of the calculator. This is the end of the JavaDoc comment. Like this, you can write multiple Java documentation comments for multiple statements. Apart from class level, field level, constructor level, and method level Java documentation comments, every package can have its own Java documentation comments. But these Java documentation comments we should not write here like this. I will show how to generate package level Java documentation little later. As of now, let's see how to generate a Java documentation out of this Java file. Let's open command prompt. This source file was located at this source file was located at this particular place. So go to this directory and use this javadoc command, and after this javadoc command pass your source file name like this. If you have multiple source files, you can pass it by separating them with a space. You can see that Java documentation was generated. If I go to this directory, you can see that multiple HTML files was generated. I will explain about all these HTML files little later. Just open this index.html file. If you see this index.html file, it's clearly showing this package name, and inside this package it's showing that class name. If I click on this class, you can see that class level Java documentation comment. And even for fields, the Java documentation was generated. And for constructor, for methods also, this Java documentation generated. This is the outline of this methods Java documentation. If you click here, you can clearly see that a detailed documentation about that particular method. And if you observe, this Java documentation was not generated for Java multi-line comments and for Java single line comments also. Even this JavaDoc tool has ability to copy methods comments from its parents. Suppose, let us suppose if this method doesn't have any comments, and if it is a override method, JavaDoc tool has ability to copy these comments from its parent. And apart from this, let's see the options that are available with this JavaDoc tool. Let us suppose if you want to generate this Java documentation only for public members, like a public only for public variables and public methods and public constructors, just you have to write like this: JavaDoc public and your class name or list of class names or package names. If you hit enter, like it will generate only for these public members. Similar way, if you want to generate, you can generate for public and protected. And if you write private here, it will generate this Java documentation for all the members, like public, private, and protected, and even for packages also. And if you pass this package here, like it will generate a Java documentation for public members, protected members, and package level Java documentation. If you go to this particular directory, you can see that it was generated in the current directory. If you want, you can generate this Java documentation in particular directory. Let me show you that. Just first delete this existing one. Let's delete all these things. If you want to generate this Java documentation in particular folder, you can specify that like this: javadoc slash d, javadoc hyphen d, and you need to specify your folder where you want to generate this Java documentation. As of now, I am generating my Java documentation in current directory in some other folder. Like just I am using this doc folder. Let us suppose if this doc folder is not there, this JavaDoc tool will create that particular folder, and it will place all this Java documentation inside that particular folder. Let me show you that. If you see here, like a doc folder was created, and inside that particular doc folder all this documentation was placed. Now we will see how to generate this Java documentation at package level. As I said, we should not write this package level documentation here. We should not write like this. Now the question is where and how we need to write this Java documentation at package level. Just I will show that. There are two approaches to write this Java documentation at package level. Actually, you need to write this Java documentation at package level in separate .java file or in separate .html file. I will show both the approaches. Writing a Java class is the best approach among these two. Now, first I will show how to write this Java documentation in .java file. I'm writing. First, we need to write package name here, and our package name is com Java tutorials world and subfolder. This is our package name, and before this package you need to write your Java documentation. Actually, I have copied some existing Java documentation, just I'm using that here. This is the existing Java documentation comment. Actually, inside this Java doc comments we can use HTML tags also. Just I will show that also. Just I'm using this paragraph tag, and just I'm saving this file inside this particular folder, and we should give this .java file name as package-info.java. Now if you rerun this Java documentation, you can see that you can see this package level Java documentation. And now we will see how to generate this package level Java documentation by using an HTML file. Just let me remove all these things. And I am also removing this package info.java also. And just I am writing an HTML file with the same comments. Just you need to write HTML, this end of this tag, and write this body tag, and inside this body just I'm pasting everything. Actually you can write this head, and you can head, and inside that you can write title also, but that will not be considered by this JavaDoc tool. So now I am saving this file as HTML file. For HTML file you need to give the file name as package.html. Just I am removing this. If you rerun this particular command, again you can see that again you can see that Java documentation comment. This is that Java documentation comment what we placed here. If you see this Java doc comments, you can see multiple tags are available. Now I will explain what are all the tags that are available in this Java doc, and I will also explain when to use what. First I will start with this author tag. This author tag will indicate who is the author for this particular file. If you open already generated Java documentation, you cannot see the author name here. Even we have author name in source file. To generate a Java doc with author name, we need to pass this following parameter: javadoc hyphen author and your file name. If I generate a Java doc by using this author option only, we can see this author name in generated Java documentation. Let's open that particular file. If I open that particular file, you can see the author name was generated. You can use multiple author tags for single source file like this. You can use multiple author tags for same source file, or you can even write here. Let me generate the Java doc for this again. Let me open that particular file. If you see the author name here, the first tag content was copied as it is, and the second tag content was copied by separating with a comma. Like this, we can use multiple author tags in single source file. Now we will see version tag and since tag. Let's open that source file. This version tag will indicate what is the current version of this particular source file, and this version tag is only applicable at package level and class level. And coming to since tag, this since tag will indicate from which version this feature or this API is available. Now let's rerun this JavaDoc tool. To generate version number in this particular JavaDoc, we need to use this option called version here. Version and our class name or our package name. If I open this file, you can see since and the version. Now we will see exception and throws tags. Let's open the source file. These throws and exception are synonyms. Both of these will generate throws subheading in generated documents. Now just I am writing this number format exception here. Let's rerun that. Just javadoc calculator.java. If we open this generated document, for this add numbers method, we can clearly see that this throws subheading was added, and the similar subheading will be added even if we use exception also. Let's write exception here. Let's rerun this javadoc tool. You can see the same throws subheading was added with content. This throws and exception tags only apply to method level Java documentation comments. And the next tag is returns. This return tag will add a section of description to the generated document. This tag strictly can apply to method only. Just see that generated document, you can see that this returns will be added. And the next tag is @c. This @c will add see also heading with a link or a text or a reference. To add a simple text, you need to add @c with some text, and to see a hyperlink, you need to add @c tag with some hyperlink, and to see with some package or some class or some member, you need to write @c tag like this. And the next tag is param tag. This parameter tag will be specified with a parameter name followed by parameter description. This parameter tag can be applied for methods, constructors, and classes. That's all I know about this Java documentation tool. Thanks for watching my video. I hope to see you in my next video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel.